Hi, it's Ewan Ellery here making bonsai in Australia, and in this video I'm doing an update on a couple of my Chinese elm. So it's been just under 2 years since I made either of these. So this one, really just kind of pruned it back and put it into a training pot, just to really help it to develop a lot of vigor for the future. So quite thick down the bottom of the base of the trunk near the nabari, but I just wanted to develop a lot more thickness up in this section as well. So really just kind of prune this back a little bit today and keep it in its training pot. And with this one here, so I put it in this pot here, trying to essentially wrap it around this statue, yet for some reason I decided to try and wrap the branches around instead of the roots, and this branch has since died. So yeah, what I'm going to do is ultimately use another, grow another tree over this as a root over statue, and I'll just see what I can do with this one. But yeah, both of these are really starting to come into bud, so just going to be pruning them and working on them now. Well, it appears I can just strip that out. So yeah, it really hasn't gotten a huge degree of growth in the root system over the years, and I've kind of determined that this really kind of coarse structure is possibly not the best for some of my trees. I think I just don't fertilize them. I put a really slow kind of release fertilizer on them, and maybe I should just fertilize them a bit more, but anyway. It's been in the pot a couple of years, and it's really near root bound. I've grown this from a cutting, so root cutting I believe, so yeah, a whole bunch of just the original roots are still all around here. I'll just get rid of this dead branch. Right, so I'm just going to get rid of the really long kind of ends of all of these roots. So I'm just going to start to cut back these extra long ones just to a point where it's keeping some of those feeders on it. I just want them to not be coming off in really weird angles, so some of these ones that are wrapping around, for instance, just pruning it off where it starts to get all their movement, and some of these lower roots, prune that back to a root pane. It's got a big root that kind of lifts up and wraps all the way around to the back there, which I don't really like, so I'll get rid of that. So yeah, hopefully we'll start to develop a lot better of a root plane coming out radially from the trunk there. And now I can put this back in a pot. So I could put it in a training pot, or I could leave it in just an actual bonsai pot and see how it goes. It's starting to get a nice bit of taper, so I might actually put it back in a bonsai pot just with a little bit of extra organic mixture in the soil. So just placing drainage screen back down and a layer of soil in the bottom. I'm going to put it as that at the front there, because you can see the good, once the nabari forms a little bit more, you'll be able to see the flare in the nabari there quite well, and quite a bit of the movement in the tree here too. So I'm just going to prune back these branches a little, just a bit into profile, and then this big branch, don't need all of that, so prune all of that off, and then continue to have this as the new leader. Start to feed it all in amongst the roots, and I might just prune it a little bit more into profile, just for now at least. So and that part there is the new leader part. So I'll put this one aside now, give it a bit of water, and then I'll move on to the next. So with this one here, it's really going to be about just trying to prune back some of these branches, just so I don't get too much vigor growing into too many of the branches that are really kind of offset the plan for the tree. So I'd originally had this here planned as the front of the tree, and you can see a number of places in there where I've kind of cut off trunks, and it's really started to scar off and heal up quite nicely. But there's a couple areas here that have really kind of had a lot of vigor, such as this branch here, which really kind of stole that vigor away from the intended leader. So yeah, really just gonna, I guess, kind of prune off some branches where I don't want vigor to be going, in the hopes that it kind of abets other branches more. Now this, I believe, was the intended leader in the past. Really given that was the front, and it kind of moves towards you a little bit, but there's one at the back here which I think could also be a potential leader, and also gives you kind of that option to have that as the front there, where you can't see any of those scars where it's been pruned in the past. So I'll probably leave this, but I'll leave this as a secondary option for now. But there's a big section coming off that branch there. So yeah, little branches like this that are coming out nice and horizontal I'll leave. Just getting rid of this branch because there's one just here and then another one just over there, so just don't need that many coming out from the same kind of area. It'd be worth wiring that down at some point, but let it grow from now. Might even just prune it back to this little bit here, just to let a more kind of horizontal forming branch pad come out from that. Little branch kind of coming in straight towards the viewer from the front there, so we'll get rid of that. Just tidy up this branch pad a bit. And there's actually two, so that could be used as a branch pad, and it's a bit more horizontal, so I might actually just get rid of that one. So it's got this new section that's kind of just sprung out from a location that wasn't really planned, and regardless of whether it's in the front or in the back, it kind of isn't really needed. So in the front, it kind of just comes out in front of this secondary, or potentially the main trunk, and in the back it's just not really needed behind this other branch, so I'll get rid of that. So with this one here, there's actually this little section here which is coming up and getting a lot of little branch segments coming off that, and then this part here, and what I might do is get rid of this thicker section, just as this one here is coming into a good location. I can get a good amount of branches forming off that, and get rid of all this this thicker part and establishes a bit of better kind of taper. And I'll leave most of this section for now, although just down here there's a lot of little branches all kind of coming out from pretty much the same place, so I'll just be a little bit more selective with which of those I keep. Yeah, there we go. So nothing fancy at all with this, really just starting to prune it back a bit more into profile, so I can let it grow again, and then really start to establish some good branches for the future. So here's my update to these two Chinese elms. So look, I hope you've enjoyed this video or taken something from it. If you have, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that you're notified with my future videos as I release them. But look, thanks for your time today. Enjoy. Bye.